Oh, we got a good one today. We're talking about El Caminos and Christmas. That's right, El Camino Christmas from 2017. Don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss this. We'll be right back. Happy Monday. That's right. The weekend's over, unfortunately, but the work week has began. So here we are, talking about good entertainment. Maybe even great entertainment, and sometimes some real bombs. But today, we're talking about a banger. That's right. We are talking about El Camino Christmas. If you've never heard of this, I'm not surprised. This is a Netflix original that I had heard of, but I had it misconstrued with something else. Let's get right into it. Here we go. El Camino Christmas 2017, TV mature, 1 hour, 29 whole minutes. That's right. Excuse me. I'm just confused. They have on here that it's a Western. It is not a Western. It's a crime comedy, maybe? Eric comes to El Camino looking for his unknown dad. He's harassed, hit, jailed by a drunk cop who later shoots at a liquor mart with Eric and 4 other people inside. Here come the cops. Nobody knows what's going on. It's a mess. Directed by David E. Talbert. Written by Christopher Weiner and Theodore Melfi. I guess that's how you say those names. Starring Dax Shepard, Kurtwood Smith, Luke Grimes. No, I'm going to scroll down here because there's a lot more than that. All right. Emilio Rivera, Kimberly Quinn, Cooper Thornton, Vincent D'Onofrio. I mean, Jessica Alba's in it, Tim Allen. Man, there's so many people in this movie, and it is fantastic. Let's talk about it. Whew. Okay, so, real quick, I have seen this movie scrolling through Netflix numerous times, but I thought it was El Camino, which has something to do with What About Saul or whatever that is, all that stuff, right? Breaking Bad, What About, I think it has something to do with all that. There's a El Camino movie from like 2019, and I thought that that's what this was. Boy, was I wrong. This has nothing to do with that. All right, this is just a simple one-off movie, and it is not only hilarious in parts, it's serious, it's sincere, it's a small, low-budget movie that is worth every minute. All right? By the way, if you have not tried Blackout Coffee Company, all right, links in the description down below. I just got a case of this canned stuff. Fantastic. Cold brew. Oh, my goodness. This is a blueberry flavored. I know, weird. It sounds weird. Kind of like this movie. But so good. Be awake, not woke. Alright? Anyway, back to the movie at hand. What made me watch this movie is I like Tim Allen. Alright? I also happen to like Luke Grimes from Yellowstone, alright, country music singer, I guess. Anywho, this is such. Oh, so I started watching it. I was like, all right. It's not Christmas time. All right, gonna watch it. Weird, and it starts off with a bang. This guy, Luke Grimes, plays a guy who comes into town, El Camino, Nevada, and you don't know why he's there, but he gets a hotel room. And he's got something he's doing, but you don't know what, right? And he has a bit of a run-in with a couple of cops, one of who is a drunk. Like, he doesn't do anything wrong, but his credit card gets declined at the hotel. And so these cops, one of whom is a drunk, if I didn't mention it already, Vincent D'Onofrio, assumes, hey, he must be a drug dealer because his credit card was declined. And he's driving a fancy car, it's an older car, like a muscle car, right? Not an El Camino, mind you. And they see him at some point with a jug of Drano because his toilet stopped up in the hotel. And they're like, hey, that's how you make drugs. Anywho, So, right off the bat, you've got this weirdness going on, and it's a small town, and you have the local cops who, one or two of them may be good at their job, but most of them are just local yahoos that's the job they got, and they're not great at it, right? They're not good at it, but they are the law. We're the law. Anyway. So it turns out that Luke Grimes is in town looking for his father, who he's never known. Because his mother has passed away. There's a bunch of letters that he found after the fact from his father to her. And this is the last address from 15 years ago that he has in this town. And he's trying to maybe find his father. Hopefully he still lives there. Has no clue. Never met him. Whatever. And that's the story. And in turn, what happens is this huge misunderstanding in a gas station. It does not sound interesting based on my my statements there. But this little low-budget movie, in the confines of the story they've built, is perfect. It's perfect. There's little bits and pieces as you meet these characters and what the truth is and what the truth is not, and how people portray the truth and whatnot. As everything's going wrong, you enjoy these characters and the time you spend with them in this gas station while the kidnapping is happening. Right? Now, this is not my normal forte, like something I would really enjoy. But there's something about this movie. As a Netflix original, you expect it to be bad. Right off the bat, there's very few Netflix originals that are good anymore. But this one, it has a spark of creativity, of fun, and enjoyment that you don't normally see in a Netflix original. I was astounded. I loved this movie. The ending is unique. There's twists and turns along the way as you go in and out of these characters' lives. The one lackluster performance is probably Jessica Alba as a reporter, a pregnant reporter. I mean, it's a bit part, but it's continuous throughout the movie. So there's a lot of language in this movie, so be forewarned. There's no chesticles. There's nothing that shouldn't, nothing bad necessarily, except for the language. And there's violence and blood. All right? So if that sounds like your jam, you should definitely check this out. It's on Netflix. And it is so worth watching. So if you're looking for good entertainment, take an hour and a half and watch this movie. One of two things is going to happen. You're going to love it or you're going to hate it. I happen to love it, and I'm recommending it to all of you. All right, that's it. I've had too much coffee today. Way too much. And I got to get things going. So, there you have it. That's the review. We're out of here. We'll be back on Hump Day with another review. Probably something classic. So for Michael, the microphone, Bob, squeaky chair in the back, and this big fat nerd, we will see you then.